I'm Joanna Penn from Mystery Thriller TV, author of Pentecost, and today I'm talking about Carte Blanche, the Jeffrey Deaver version of the latest James Bond novel. So I had to read this book because I'm a massive James Bond fan. I also like Jeffrey Deaver's Lincoln Rhyme books, and I wanted to see how this American author could write about the great British intelligence spy James Bond. And it's been a long franchise, but it was interesting to see how Deaver put a spin on, I guess, an old trope, and he really did. He brought it up to date, but there were still some things that stayed the same. So the basic story is that the book opens and there's a threat that British intelligence has picked up about a mysterious Noah and casualties in the thousands and an impact on British sort of things overseas. And so Bond is called upon to investigate what this is about, and we see him at the beginning in the Balkans. There's a threat, there's some, dangerous material, there's some deaths. We see this mysterious Irishman who's quite ruthless, violent man, and we immediately get into the sense of the adventure. The book takes Bond from various places in England through to Dubai, through to South Africa, where a lot of the book takes place. And the bad guy in the book is Severin Hyde, a great name actually, and Hyde is he's a multi-millionaire, but he made his money out of rubbish and recycling, which is actually a huge topic in England because it's such a small country, highly populated. Sort of rubbish and recycling is huge, and of course rubbish dumps are a great place to hide bodies. So I really liked the bad guy. Severin is sort of in love with decay and death of all kinds. He doesn't even let his lover, this older lady, wear makeup because he wants to see how decay affects her body and all of these things. He gets thrilled erotically by death and ancient bodies and all kinds of nasty things. So he was actually a really good character. I thought he was excellent, so I liked him. I also like some of the, I guess, reinvention of some of the characters. The women are definitely a bit more feisty than some of the early Bonds. Certainly they're not just lie back and think of England type women. They're quite, they're sort of harder, they are more proactive, and I like that. I also like Q, who's been, the sort of the gadget guy who's been reinvented as the Indian IT guy, who manages to cobble together bits of equipment from anything Bond can find locally. So I like that idea, the fact that he could sort of pick things up and make a gadget in the field. Like that very much. However, all of that said, I really didn't think the story was big enough for Bond. I didn't think the stakes were high enough. I mean, and I don't want to give any spoilers, but the ending kind of made you feel like this wasn't a big enough world catastrophe for someone like James Bond to handle. A lesser agent could have dealt with it, in my opinion. Bond also seemed to come, a cropper of bureaucracy, which, let's face it, most of us face every day and we really don't want to read about. So I felt that Bond was not a big enough character in that he was portrayed in he should be out of this world. He should be kind of, Buck Rogers, saviour of the universe, Flash Gordon, James Bond is in that category for me, that sort of, big life-changing things that he has to do and save people from, and yeah, so I kind of felt that it wasn't big enough, but I enjoyed the book. The ride and the romp is a good one. Also slightly annoyed about the amount of product placement there was, but I assume that's for the film tie-in, and also perhaps a male perspective, because I really don't care what kind of cufflinks he's wearing or what watch or that type of thing. Some people will love that detail, but I found it a little bit odd. It really goes into, he put on this watch and then this tie and this jacket. But yeah, I enjoyed the book. I certainly think if you like a thriller, if it is a long book. I kept me reading. Deaver is an excellent writer, so it's worth reading. To really get into the story. Yeah, worth reading, but I would have liked to see bigger story, bigger threat to mankind, and James Bond as that sort of kick-ass hero. You know, there's a little too much introspection and Bond wondering if he'll ever find love, which personally I don't care about. Bond should be tougher than that. So anyway, that's my review of Carte Blanche by Jeffrey Deaver. I'm Joanna Penn from Mystery Thriller TV.